I believe in many things, but above all, I believe that family is the most important thing. Whether that family is just a relative or bonds you create based on the relationships you hold with others. My family is my number one priority. I put them before anyone or anything. I'm not just talking my mom, dad, or grandparents. I'm talking about all my relatives, my extended family. My great-grandfather had about 13 kids, and each one of those kids had their kids and so on. This resulted in me having about 40 cousins and counting. I kept them very close to my heart and will always love and cherish them and the moments I spend with them. Most importantly, I have my parents. I believe that they are the best parents a child could ever have, or at least they're in the top 10 best parents in the world. My parents are like my best friends. We practically did everything together: travel, parties, dinner, the whole 9 yards. You know those families you see on TV? That was my family. The game nights, movie nights, late night conversations, we never ate dinner without each other. I spent a lot of time with my mom because the majority of my life, she was a stay-at-home mom, and we got along most of the time. My dad, on the other hand, worked all day, but we never missed dinners together. When I was a kid, he took me out on father-daughter days, and those were some of the best days of my life. Whether it was going to the movies, the zoo, or just going to model homes, I always had a lot of fun. My life was amazing with my parents, but one day, a week after getting home from school at Oregon State University for the summer, we went to a wedding. Someone collapsed on the ground. It was my dad. I will never forget the events of that day. He was rushed to the hospital, and after about 20 minutes, the doctor and nurse took us to a room and said that he didn't make it. I didn't break down and cry. I just sat there, in shock. I just lost my dad. I never got to say goodbye, never got to tell him how much I loved him, and I didn't even get to spend time with him before it happened. I still get flashbacks from that day, June 21st, 2013, one of the worst days of my life. But if my dad has taught me anything, it's always to stay happy because you only have one life to live. He lived his life to its fullest, and I intend to do the same. I love my dad, and he's the reason I believe that family is above all important.